The time is 6:30 in the evening time on this Friday evening, August 23rd, 2019. It is time now for the Peter Channel Evening News on this Friday evening, August 23rd, 2019. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. It is 6:30 in the evening time on this Friday evening, August 23rd, 2019. And it is 74 degrees in North Massachusetts. Top on the Peter Channel Evening News is Trump hereby orders U.S. business out of China. Can he do that? Justice Bader Ginsburg treated for pancreatic cancer. Amazon fires sparked alarm in Europe and anger at Brazil's government. Bette Miller allowed profane attack at the leading conservative who honored David Koch. 3 young Michigan boys convicted of rape in brothers, and Mayor Lori Lightfoot imposes city government iron freezing days before a speech about Chicago's massive budget. Orange Line service suspended passengers evacuated after fire as Orange Line train service replaced by bus shuttles between Oak Grove and Wilton because of the neural track fire. Expect delays up to 20 minutes. Trade slams stocks as Fed takes weighted C sets. What experts are saying is the Dow took a big hit on this Friday, down 623.34, 25, 628, 90, SP 5 down 75.84, 28, 47.11, the Nasdaq down 230 down, but 62 at 77, 51.77. Capital One actor will stay in prison due to danger she poses. Keystone XL pipeline planned as boo by Nebraska Supreme Court. Ex-Houston police officer charged with murder after deadly drug raid. Hong Kong protesters for 30 miles, Cuban chain across city. This is what the world without American leadership looks like. Boris Johnson and Donald Trump speak ahead of a G7 meeting. OSHA invited EU nations to take in migrants stuck near Malta. Dow futures fall. China raised tariffs. Soybean sink as China hikes tariffs on American farm products. Oil plunges on trade war escalation. Habitable type planets found around nearby small mass star. NASA says smooth program just global bomber spacewalk. Respond micro generate more energy. United launch allows Delta. 4 rocket takes off for final flight. First definite spate of a fake sickness reported by health officials. Teen with measles visits Disneyland Resort may have exposed guest health officials said. First big study finds a Paul pill cuts heart risk. And third, a case of truly converted Massachusetts health officials said. All right, look at that. News from the wires. Russia launches its first border nuclear power plant. North Korea accuses Japan of discrimination in education. Putin directs Russian military to respond to U.S. missile test. Ruth Bader Ginsburg treated for pancreatic cancer. Court ends Qualcomm victory in FTC antitrust case. An Illinois judge appointed a former U.S. attorney as a special prosecutor Friday to lead an investigation after Justice Smollett reported was assaulted by 2 men of prosecutors held out of the case. The U.S. Justice Department has apologized for Senate and rebuilt immigration courts this week that contained a link to a white nationalist website. Americans' confidence in the U.S. economy has dipped slightly since last month, and more than 40% say that things are getting worse, new research said Friday. 40 years evacuated a thousand residents by the Northern California town Wi-Fi that so charred hundreds of acres. One last splash of campers fired in Taunton was the last day of summer fun on Friday for boys and girls clubs in Metro South Camp Woodside of Taunton. Hundreds of children from Brockton, Taunton, and surrounding communities attended. Brockton police seized drugs, gun, beside a recent shooting. Rupert Payne at 19 at Brockton was charged with facility possessing a firearm and ammunition of wells. Trafficking and fentanyl cocaine. Defendant was previously arrested of throwing firearm charges of connection. High Point closed the patient service at Middlebury Teen Program of Brockton. Campus Group Technicals, Fearful Problem and Raina. Lynch Strasbaugh for impeachment stabbed at Braintree meeting. Since LA grant will usually cost for families in certain public schools. As kids, they played on the ground at a former fireworks factory in Hanover. They started getting cancer. Dozens of people who grew up near the former National Fireworks Committee site were tossed chemicals and known them and dumped now brain tumors, but experts say it's harder to dependencies any one environmental factor. Mike Quinn gets bit of private show from dropping women a shock puppet in front of a Window for a squealing toddler's biograph of play the work the bus pit on St. Patrick's Day weekend by that player. Duplicate Murphy's found. NRC approves transfer of Pilgrim Pratt to Old New Order. Where's credit with saving lives in overnight fire to Plymouth. Lynch drives stand fire for impeachment stand at Braintree meeting. Peter Children's time is 6:35, and it is time now for a Peter channel. Sports report: Boston Red Sox chain on the San Diego Padres, and San Diego game time is 10:10 p.m. on San Diego, 7:10 p.m. their time. Dwight Howard to join Lakers battle agree. Bucks legend Mike Tyson backs Conor McGregor after viral assault video, and Ezekiel Elliott for sleeps the NFL pattern hits Dak Prescott. As Ezekiel Elliott hoping the Cowboys strike without him. Peter Children's time is 6:35. Top it off for a Peter Chill traffic and transit check. Baby! On the commuter rail, Worcester Trade 5:40 p.m. from South Station Harbor, 10 minutes basket between Lansdowne and Worcester. That's Worcester Trade 5:23. Worcester Trade 5:22, 5:20 p.m. from Worcester is operating 10 minutes beyond schedule between West Arlington and South Station due to crossing condition in Framingham. Weekdays until further notice, Worcester Trade 5:18 by experts. Delays up to 20 minutes due to the train traffic caused by track replacement parts of grief. Normal services resumed on Haver Line. The truck has been placed near Bell. The center to early reports of fire at the North July trucks that possibly still be experienced delays that are visual expert. Transways at a Haverhill train 219, 6:25 p.m. for North Station Water. North Station Offer 5 10 minutes basket due to labor equipment caused by original delays at the Orange Line track fire. Newburyport train 173, 6:05 p.m. from North Station inspected apart 5 minutes basket due to labor equipment and part of this train 8:20 on 4:30 p.m. from substation, which yours truly truck is now operating near schedule between Route 120 and Rickford Junction. And it adds 3 conductors instead of the usual 4. And the ferries are looking good. Okay, look at that with the byways of New England and Rhode Island. 95, stop on side, slow between Sector Providence. 130 eastbound side, low slow on the Jamestown Newport Bridge. 146 on the northbound side, low slow 295 in Ann Arbor. 99 northbound side, low slow 126 and 122 in the Lincoln Socket area. 95 stopbound side, so between Foxborough and Mansfield area. 24 stopbound side, low slow after 128 in Canton. 3 in the stopbound side, slow on the Ranger Split, then hip scan between Marshfield and Kingston. 3 in the stopbound side, hip breaks before the Bourne Bridge. 7 expressway. Both ends back between the Braintree Split, stop northbound side, so between 29 and Quincy. 93, both ends out to Boston backed up. Mass Pike, eastbound, so at the Newton Quarter, then hip scan between Boston and the Logan Airport on both ends. 93, northbound side, so between Boston and Somerville. Route 1 and southbound side, so between Chelsea and Charlestown. 1 train at the northbound side, so between Woburn and down to Route 1 in Peabody. Mass Pike westbound side, slow between Westboro down to Worcester. Mass Pike eastbound, slow around the Worcester stretch. 495 on the southbound side, from Hudson on the Barber. 495 on the northbound side, between 93 and Andover all the way down to Haverhill. 213 eastbound side, also on 495 up in Haverhill. Mass Pike westbound, slow between Milford all the way down to Auburn. And then Mass Pike westbound, also to Brimfield stretch. And Western Mass highways are looking good. And 91 southbound side, also before 84 Hartford, Connecticut. 84 westbound, slow on the 91 Hartford, Connecticut. And 84 eastbound side, slow between Denbury down to Waterbury, Connecticut, and Merritt Parkway eastbound, slow between 79 and Milford, Connecticut, and 95 northbound, slow in Greenwich down to Bridgeport, Connecticut, and 95 southbound side, slow in New Haven down to Milford, stretch, and 95 and northbound side, slow to Brentford, Connecticut. 93 northbound side, slow between London and Manchester, hit the basement between Hudson and the Concord, Hampshire, and Route 101 westbound also after Everett, back in Manchester, and up in Maine, looking good. 87, 89, 91, both ends back to US name up in Vermont, and 89, northbound side, also Waterbury, Vermont, and onward 15 and 55 at the northbound side, so in South Carolina and US Canadian border. Peter Children's time is 6:39. Time now for a Peter Children weather report. Looking at the radar satellite, over the chills, some spotty rain showers around the Springfield, Worcester, and then a little batch of rain showers around northeastern Massachusetts from Haverhill all the way down the cluster. But otherwise, a cloudy and a cool night in store. Tonight, most of the clouds going to come in clear skies about 56 degrees. North freeze west about 5 miles going to come in the evening. For Saturday, sun sky about 79 degrees. North freeze about 3 to 7 miles. Sunday night, increased skies about 57 degrees. North freeze about 5 miles going to come in the evening for Sunday. Chance of showers being between 7 and 9 a.m. Puts less by 71 degrees. Northeast about 7 and 11 miles an hour. Chance of 30%. New rain amounts less than 7 inches possible. 79 podcast plus 56 degrees. Northeast about 6 miles an hour for Monday. Slight showers between 10 and 11 a.m. Puts less by 71 degrees. And northeast about 8 to 10 miles an hour. Chance of 20%. Monday night. Podcast by 55 degrees. Northeast about 3 to 5 miles an hour for Tuesday. Puts on most clouds about 74, about 60 degrees. Wind slight east wind about 6 miles an hour for Wednesday. Puts on clouds about 80 or about 62 degrees. But wind, showing a calm wind. Chesapeake 30%. For Thursday, Chet Shaw's Putt South by 82 degrees. A calm wind coming south around 5 miles an hour to Chesapeake 40%. Thursday, Chet Shaw's Putt South by 64 degrees. South wind, Chesapeake 30%. And for Friday, both south by 84 degrees. Southwest by 3 to 5 miles an hour. Right now, Norton and Midday. First guys, and it's 74 degrees. And that's me for the Peter Channel. Evening news on this Friday evening, August 23rd, 2019. People will be a good evening. Goodbye day to the ones we have 10 o'clock for a 10 o'clock report. Hope you have a good evening.